Brennan's learning how to do all the fun things today. Your 3-point lever is right here.
Okay.
You're mostly going to be floating somewhere close to there, like just around that chip.
Okay.
Somewhere in there, but you got to watch your pile. You definitely don't want it pushing over the top, but you don't want to like just lift it up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Real gentle, real slow. Set it down slow. Second gear, you can play how fast you want. We really can't go much faster just because we throw too much dirt. And the middle up. Yeah. I guess that's everything. Trial by fire. So we're out here laying plastic for pumpkins. We decided we're gonna do all the pumpkins on plastic. We can see the dust cloud and Dad's over yonder planting his corn. We're at home way out in the back 40. We're putting in raised beds for pumpkins. Oh, another thing. Try to run your tire track for tire track. I forgot about that. The pumpkins, it's not too big a deal. The space is probably a good thing to have. And we're trying to cram as many out here as possible. This is purely for weed control because sometimes it's been a challenge in previous years to get the pumpkins rototilled. I'm sure there's some chemicals out there. We're just not good at finding them or acquiring them, mostly because there's not too many pumpkins growing around here. And even then, the one local orchard says they're very expensive. So that's not helpful. And I'm sure the price didn't go down this year. We are solidly a week behind where we want to be on planting pumpkins. It's June 24th, and we would have liked to have them in about 10 days ago. But moisture, oh, he's pushing a good pile. You've got a solid pile going. Well, I think he's getting a straighter row than I was. I was giving it a little bit of fuel. You can see my crooked plastics over here. I was just trying to get done as fast as possible. A few of them are a little wavy. No big deal. So in the front, there's 2 discs pushing dirt in, and those big chunks of angle iron down low trying to push even more dirt in. It's not a huge raised bed, but it only takes a few inches to just be higher than the goose drowning water when it rains a bunch. Plus we have some slope here to help us out. It's flatter up that way towards the road. We're nowhere near water besides that mud hole down there. So hopefully these don't need irrigated, and even if they did, there'd be so much water. Typically there's rain. If we come down to the point where we're wanting rain, I will take that scenario when it comes. This is a biodegradable plastic. It's soy-based. Brennan, what does the plastic smell like?
Smells like a nut.
Yeah, that like
I don't know.
that's our sign that it's soy-based. You guys can't smell it, no smell-o-vision here. So there's 2 rollers that hold the roll. The lower one kind of tensions it. Those little wheelbarrow wheels put some tension on it. And then these are throwing the dirt across the back. You can kind of see how smooth the bed is coming out. It helps when the ground's dry and it's tilled good. This is a little so-so, but because it's somewhat not wet, it's flowing pretty good. When it's wet, the dirt doesn't flow very well, especially our dirt. This probably would work better in sandier, coarser soils, and ours is very, very much clay. We're getting close to the end of the roll. I hope we don't run out. We started with a full roll, and a full roll is almost a mile of plastic. So this is what a mile of plastic looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 plastics that are, I have no measurement on exactly how long, but seeing how small the roll is getting, and if it's roughly a mile of plastic, then these are 1/8 of a mile long runs. At least 1/10. Because we're not, obviously, not quite a... They're at least 5,000 feet. Don't quote me on the mile, that's just a guess. And a mile times 4 feet wide, we could do the math of exactly how much plastic we're laying down, how many acres worth. And it's really pushing my skills for the day because, well, so many things have happened between tillage back there, planting, Brennan cultivating the sweet corn, and now we're laying plastic. I might eat lunch somewhere in there, I think. So the ever versatile 2810, well, it's back there. This is a 29. I always get them mixed up. Yeah, nice, good run. Time to end this. Take the shovel, and we cut along the roller down there. Okay. That should be enough, I hope. Now we take some of this dirt and throw it over the end to hold it down. The real fun part is when we go the other way, which I think we need to get that other roll of plastic. That there's not much on that roll. Pull forward more. Okay, that's good. Well, we managed to find some old roll of plastic. I don't know how long it's been sitting in the barn, but it is a classic roll of plastic, that's for sure. Okay, down.
Down.
Yep. Watch our heads up there. Yeah, this little bit of framing on the back is slightly nuisance some. Now this is a little glossier plastic. I don't know what it's from, but might be. I wonder if it's not photo. That'd be some. It's been a long time since we used photo degradable, which it'll leave some on the edges there. Well, Brennan's ready to roll. I'm sure he's getting as tired as I am or more. It takes a few feet to get the bed started. There we go. We're starting to get some dirt pushing and filling in. So right here, this has been chisel plowed, disked a couple times. I took the soil finisher across it and then rototilled, which you can definitely see the difference in the soil texture, how much finer this is worked up. Now it's fun to see in the extremely low light that it's cooler underneath the plastic and it's like sucking it down, and it's a little loose, and that even feels like a little damp. I'm sure the dew's starting to set in. I don't think it's dark enough yet, and the camera wouldn't be able to pick it up, but the lightning bugs are starting to come out of the woods across the street, or fireflies or what have you. At least it's cooler now, but it's been a long day to make it this far. Trying to play catch up. Hopefully these pumpkins grow fast. They have to grow fast. That way Linus can wait for the great pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Seeding these will be by hand. That'll be lots of not fun. There'll be probably just close to 2 acres is my guess. Because we'll usually go through at least 1 roll of plastic for the vegetables. And we put out about 2 acres of vegetables. Actually, we're getting over 2 acres now, and we're going through more than 1 roll of plastic. But when I was younger, it was 1 roll and about 2 acres. And so I know there was about... Wow, that is a lot of plastic. Really? I can't believe this is 2 acres. Wow. Well, this roll seems to be getting... we can see the side there. Hopefully we can get a couple runs out of it. 1 roll of plastic probably fits each rototiller pass. If we can see as it gets darker here, the edges. That's a 7-foot tiller pass. as we saw Dad doing earlier, or maybe in the last video, or sometime, depending upon how I edit this. It is a very nice leisurely pace. I'm sure Brennan's getting a much straighter row than I was. Which, as far as filming goes, it's happening. Somebody else is driving, so I can be back here playing videographer. How many pumpkins will this turn out? Well, if all goes well, we usually sell them by the 3/4 ton truckload, just because that's how we do it, and that's how most of our buyers are ready for pumpkins. They'll mostly be wholesale. We don't live on a main drag enough to sell many from the house. And we'll sell them by the ton, so by weight. So I guess we're hoping that the pumpkins are very wet to have more weight, right? And we typically don't sort them. They usually go out as mixed loads. We'll have all sorts of pumpkins. Oh, pies, the real small ones, up to like the big carvers, whatever you call your standard jack-o'-lantern. Even some of the like heirloom meteor types that have like the real thick walls that can, you know, produce a lot of flesh for, say, making, you know, a canned or frozen pumpkin for storing to make pies and whatnot later. So we're getting close to our stopping point. This roll, it looks really small. I hope it's not going super fast. I think we hope to get at least 10 runs out here, and we've only got 8. I have enough rototilled for 3 more. So, I guess we'll call this a fun farming video. We're getting down to the breaking point here. I gotta tell Brennan when to stop, because I need to come through here and run a drainage ditch to catch all the water in the slight depression here and take it down towards that willow tree. He's not looking forward, obviously, so this is going to be hard to tell him when to stop. That's one thing I need to do tomorrow. That'll be another video. That'll be for tomorrow. We'll be cutting the ditches. A little more. I'll cut it here. It's easier to be short than it is to be long and get in the way of the water flow that we need. So, got a little coverage. Just swipe the shovel along the roller down low. I hope that's enough. We'll hold it, trying not to get our fingers pinched. And just hope that was enough to rip it. Now we have plenty of space. When I'm laying plastic for the gardens, typically I'm coming up to a grassy area, like the yard. But we don't have the room to pull forward like this. I guess we'll bust up our pile of dirt, just so it looks good and we feel good. That's probably good. Okay, one last time. Everybody get out of the way. Okay, down. That's the only roll we found, was by the grinder. Yeah. What you thought was by the engine is round bale wrappers. Right?
It was on a roll like that.
By the engine. It's kind of, well, it was closer to the old furnace. Yeah. That's round bale wrappers.
Oh.
And we found that by the old grinder.
Yeah, alright.
So I'm hoping that's some kind of...
I think it's the photo-degradable.
Yeah, it's glossier.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, they changed,
what we could get. I don't know. We'll see if we have enough to make one more run. Nope. Well, that is the end of that. Good thing we have a small bit left on the other roll. Hold on.
We'll put some in here just like we put the planter.
Yeah, there's room for one pass right here. I don't know, we have, this is number 9.
Yeah.
9 rows. Hopefully that's a lot. And if we do this right, we can overlap to put our dirt down. Or we'll cheat a bunch. Okay, put it down.
Going down, punch ahead.
Yep. Okay, go for it. It's just pumpkins and not super close to the road, so don't worry about how pretty it is. We'll be lucky if this little roll makes us to the end of the field.